Every day, millions of people watch a train pull into a station and stop perfectly. Nobody thinks twice about it. But the moment you understand what is actually happening beneath those wheels, you will never look at a train the same way again. Because stopping a 2,500-ton train is not simple. It is not one brake. And if even one part of the system fails, that train does not slow down. It keeps going. So today, let's open up that system and see exactly what happens the moment a train driver decides to stop. First, you need to understand the real problem. When a 2,500-ton train is moving at full speed, it carries an enormous amount of energy. That energy does not disappear when the driver hits the brakes. Physics does not work that way. That energy has to go somewhere. And the entire job of a braking system is to decide where it goes before something goes wrong. Think about stopping a bicycle. Easy. Think about stopping a car. A few meters. Now think about stopping something 2,500 times heavier than a car, moving at high speed. Suddenly the problem feels very different. And here is the part that surprises most people. You cannot just lock the wheels and drag the train to a stop. A locked wheel on a steel rail does not create enough friction to stop the train. It just destroys the wheel, damages the track, and the train keeps moving anyway. So engineers had to think differently. The first solution is the sound you already know, but never understood. That hissing noise when a train slows down. That is compressed air being released. Every train has a single pipe running along its entire length, and from the front locomotive all the way to the very last wagon. That pipe carries pressurized air at all times. When the driver applies the brakes, the pressure in that pipe drops on purpose. And here is the clever part. Every single wagon along the entire train feels that pressure drop at the same moment and activates its own brakes simultaneously. This matters more than it sounds. If only the front of the train braked, the back would keep pushing forward. The wagons would crash into each other like a folding accordion. Distributed braking means every part of the train slows down together as one unit. That is what keeps 2,500 tons under control. But air brakes alone are not enough for a fast-moving train. This is where something unexpected comes in. When a high-speed train starts braking, the motors that normally drive the wheels forward are switched into a different mode. Instead of using electricity to create movement, they start doing the opposite. They use the movement to create electricity. The train is literally converting its own speed into electrical power. This is called regenerative braking. The faster the train is moving, the more electricity it generates. And in some systems, that electricity goes back into the power grid and powers other trains on the same line. So the train is not just stopping. It is producing energy while stopping. Only after the train has already slowed down significantly do the regular disc brakes take over to complete the stop. And then there is the emergency system. The one that most passengers never know exists. Powerful magnets mounted underneath the train can drop directly onto the rail in a fraction of a second. No wheels involved, no air pressure needed. Pure magnetic force gripping the steel rail directly and killing speed almost instantly. This system is the last line of defense when everything else is not enough. So the next time a train pulls into your station and stops smoothly, you will know exactly what just happened. Compressed air flowing through every wagon at once, motors running backwards turning speed into electricity, and magnets standing ready if things go wrong. 3 systems. 1 smooth stop. Every single time. If this changed the way you see trains, hit like and subscribe for more everyday things explained simply. Thanks for watching.